Good afternoon, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and my dear colleagues in Wipro. It's an honor to be here, and I'm going to be presenting some of my evolving thoughts on what can be learned from the world of Bollywood music about leadership and conviction. My hope is that by the end of my session, we learn to look at Bollywood music not just as a source of amusement, not just as a source of entertainment, but also as a fertile field from which we cull out some lessons for life in general and leadership in particular. So I'm going to introduce you to three towering Bollywood music personalities. And the first of them is one of my favorite composers, the maestro, late Naushad Ali, Naushad Sahab, as he was called fondly by anyone who knew him. Naushad was, in my view, a path-breaking, innovative, superstar composer. The man with the Midas touch. Anything he touched turned into gold. But he had a method, he had a way, he had conviction, he provided leadership. Let's look at some instances of how. 1944, Naushad was composing for a film called Ratan. And the lyrics were ready. Akhiyan mila ke jiya bharma ke chale nahi jana. Suddenly, when he looked at the words, Naushad said, okay, this is a very peppy song. This is a very, song which has a zest for living. And he said, I'm going to do something different with it to give it that added zing and that added punch. So he said, okay, let me try and create the echo effect. Remember, we are talking about an era when recording techniques were just evolving. They were very rudimentary, very primitive. So Naushad thought about this great idea of getting the singer, Zorabai Ambalewali, to stand in a small room which he had padded with bathroom tiles. And he placed two mics, and with the assistance of those echo from the tiles and those two mics, he created that song Akhiyan mila ke jiya bharma ke chale nahi jana, and which went on to become a raging hit. Now, when he told his technicians about this plan, they were not sure that it will work. But when they saw the effect, they said, okay, maan gaye ustad. So that's the first story where he did something very innovative and succeeded. However, as luck would have it, next year he got married, 1945. And he was the dulha, and it was his barat. And the band was playing the very same song, Akhiyan mila ke jiya bharma ke chale nahi jana. However, Naushad had to suffer the knowledge, sitting there on the horse, that no one around him knew that he is the composer, because he had never disclosed to anyone in his family that he belongs to the world of films. Because in the 1940s, only the disrespectful people or people who have no morals or people who have no values belong to the world of films. So he had to ride that horse knowing that it is his song, but knowing that only he knows that it is his song and no one else. So he sat up many late nights and worried about, so what is this? Why doesn't my music have respectability? What can I make? What can I do that will give it that which is missing? How do I make people learn to look at film music as just another beautiful, extraordinary art form? 7 years later, he had his answer. He composed Baiju Bawra. He used Hindustani classical music with great impact, with great effect, to give film music of the 50s a totally new dimension. From folk music, overnight, it was all about classical music. So Naushad had composed one song in Bhairavi, one song in Bhairav, one song in Todi, one song in Darbari, one song in Mand, and possibly a couple of more in other rags. And every musician, every classical musician, Bhimsen Joshi, Ustad Bade Ghulam Ali Khan, Ustad Amir Khan, all wanted to sing for Naushad after Baiju Bawra. So that was his leadership. That was his conviction, that if you do something which you believe in, the society, the industry will respond. And you cannot predict success beforehand, you just have to take that risk. He took risks multiple times and mostly came out trumps. And so that was his leadership, that was his conviction. Naushad Sahab is remembered today in a world where everything is transitory, to have made this famous statement in the early 50s when he was at the top, when posters used to say, 40 crore mein ek hi Naushad. You know, film posters used to announce him like that. He's supposed to have said, it is the responsibility and the power that a composer has to mold the tastes of the audience. And he did precisely that. Film music, 60 years later, continues to be influenced by the classical strains that he introduced. We are beneficiaries of that melodious legacy that this maestro with the Midas touch created for us. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's pay tribute to the memory of Naushad with a short clip from the classic film Baiju Bawra.
भला कैसे टूटेंगे बंधन ये दिल के, बंधन ये दिल के। बिछड़ती नहीं मौज से मौज मिलके, हो मौज मिलके। छुपोगे भंवर में तो छुपने न देंगे, तो छुपने न देंगे। छुपा देंगे नैया, तुम्हें ढूंढ लेंगे, तुम्हें ढूंढ लेंगे। बनाएंगे हम, बनाएंगे हम, बनाएंगे तूफान को। एक दिन किनारा हो रहेगा मिलन, ये हमारा तुम्हारा। तू गंगा की मौज में, जमुना का धारा। तू गंगा की मौज में, जमुना का धारा। हो रहेगा मिलन, ये हमारा, ओ हमारा, तुम्हारा रहेगा मिलन।
A song from 1952 that still stirs us. Conviction and leadership. The second musical personality that I'm going to talk to you about is a lyricist who, in Bollywood, had the reputation, the awesome reputation of being the only poet who never conformed to the norms of the industry and yet succeeded in no small measure. Sahir Ludhianvi, who came from Lahore to escape the sense of oppression that he felt in the Pakistani society and went on to produce one masterpiece after the other through his searing, straightforward, hard-hitting, cutting lyrics, which kind of left you restless, left you with a churn. He believed that's the responsibility of the poet. So Sahir also fought for respectability for lyricists. In the 60s, Sahir was the first to pick up a battle with All India Radio to say, why are you not publishing the name of the lyricist? Why are you not announcing the name of the lyricist like you announce the name of the singer, like you announce the name of the composer? The writer of the song has equal stature. 2 years, he kept writing, he kept speaking, he kept battling it. Finally, All India Radio relented and they started the practice of announcing the lyricist's name. So he was not doing it just for himself. He did it because he wanted all lyricists to be recognized, all lyricists to be appreciated, all lyricists to be given equal stature like the composer and the singer. Next, Sahir also wanted to make the point that while the glamorous world of film music may always give the singer more merit, the lyricist is no less. So he said, I'm going to charge 1 rupee more than Lata Mangeshkar does. His only request to any producer who approached him was, don't tell me how much you're going to pay me. Just ensure it's 1 rupee more than what you're paying Lata, if you're getting any song recorded by her. It may sound petty, it may sound egotistic, but he was again trying to only make the point that the lyricist is no less than the singer. Without the words, the singer has nothing to sing. So, Sahir Ludhianvi, in the words of Gulzar Sahab, who told me personally when I met Gulzar Sahab for my interview for the book, he said, Sahir Ludhianvi is the only poet who succeeded as a poet in Bollywood. No other lyricist, not even me, has that to his credit. So these are Gulzar Saab's words. Let's pay tribute to Sahir, man of conviction, man who provided leadership on the basis of his conviction, by listening to a small clip from the great hit Kabhi Kabhi.
कल और आएंगे नगमों की खिलती कलियां चुनने वाले, मुझसे बेहतर कहने वाले, तुमसे बेहतर सुनने वाले। कल कोई मुझको याद करे, क्यों कोई मुझको याद करे, मसरूफ ज़माना मेरे लिए क्यों वक्त अपना बर्बाद करे। मैं पल दो पल का शायर हूँ।
The third personality that I'm going to introduce to you, she needs no introduction, but I'm going to introduce to you a facet of her which may not be very well known. The Nightingale of India, the lady with an unparalleled career of success, all of 62 years. Lata Mangeshkar sang her first film song in the year we got our independence, 1947, first Hindi film song. And she is known to have recorded her last Hindi film song in 2009 for the film Jail. Now, 62 years, almost all of it at the top, is unparalleled. It's a world record. What's not so well known about Lata is that she also fought many battles, but for singers. For herself, yes, but also for the other singers, for the singer fraternity. Filmfare Awards in the 1950s was a coveted honor. You know, if you didn't get a Filmfare Award, you didn't amount to much. So, Lata was upset that from 1952 to 1956, there was no award for Best Playback Singer. Filmfare had not just instituted an award, they only gave it to composers. She said, I'm boycotting Filmfare Awards till you institute an award for Playback Singer. 2 years later, Filmfare conceded the battle to Lata and gave her their first Filmfare Award in 1958 for the film Madhumati. Aaja Re Pardesi was the song that fetched her that. And the singers of today are beneficiaries of that battle that she fought. Second, early 60s, Lata suddenly woke up to the fact that while the composer gets paid royalty for the sale of every album, why should the singer not get it? Isn't the singer as important as the composer? So she fought with her colleague Rafi, and she took a lone stand that she is going to back the royalty war till the industry concedes that the singer gets 2% royalty for every album that is sold. And she won it in about 8 months' time, because the industry was afraid to antagonize Lata. That was her stature, that was her power. She didn't do it only for herself. She did it, and today's singers are beneficiaries of that battle that she fought. Conviction, leadership. So, the melody queen needs no further introduction. Let's pay tribute to the bravery, the only woman in a male-dominated world who fought many battles and gave back something to the singer fraternity. Lata Mangeshkar, ladies and gentlemen, a small clip of her, in my opinion, last great work from the film Lekin. She was all of 62 when she recorded this song. So, I pay tribute to these three great legends: conviction, leadership, insights from the world of Bollywood music. Thank you.